Hi, I'm Sofia Stepanoff, and I'm interviewing the AP Bio class. And here is Jeff.
I'm Jeff Lorenz.
Kelly Fisher.
Rowana Parker.
Kira Olander.
Devin Montemorano.
Allie McCormack.
And how do you guys like AP Bio?
We like it.
It's been a great class.
What are some of your favorite memories from the class?
Getting to know all these guys, I think.
Yeah.
Bringing people together. The labs were fun too.
What was difficult about AP Bio?
The course material for AP Bio is very dense, and a lot of what you learn is actually outside of class, so you have to take the initiative and do work on your own, which is different from all your other years in high school, so that's difficult to learn.
Do you think that AP Bio prepared you for college?
It definitely helped prepare us for a college class. The types of labs we did made us learn how to write in scientific manners and to condense and get our thoughts together, and that's definitely what we're going to need for college science classes.
It also, the teacher sort of let us go a lot. She let us do the learning, which I think happens a lot in college. So it was a shock, but also helped prepare us for the next year.
Yeah, she would go over the PowerPoints in class with you, and she would go over the material, but she would go really fast, and she would try to get the baseline and the outline of the material, and then when you go home, you look more in depth in it and really teach yourself.
What advice do you have for students coming up to the class next year?
Definitely be prepared to do some learning on your own. And if you're not going to study, you're not going to do well. Like, it's pretty standard, but...
And to keep up too. Like as she teaches lessons, you need to be keeping up in your notebook. You need to be taking notes outside of class, or else you're going to fall behind.
Also to just take initiative and don't relax. You have to you have to stay hungry in a sense. You can't just kind of coast through senior year. You really need to push yourself because you're about to go into the real world. You're about to go into college. You have to make yourself a serious academic student so that you are,
And
standing out.
It's supposed to be your senior year, so everyone thinks you're supposed to have a good time, which you are, but be prepared to miss a game or a basketball game or something fun that you want to do with your friends to study for a test, because it is important that you do keep your grades up because colleges are still looking.
But don't be afraid to take AP classes. You'd finish all the work by the middle of May at the latest, and then you're done for the rest of the year to enjoy your senior year.
Why did you guys take AP Bio?
For my major, I was really interested in nutrition and being a sports team nutritionist. So AP Bio that's kind of one of the intro classes. It's the foundation of a kind of job like that. So that I wanted to get a taste of it before I went to college and to get some college credits too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of us took it to get college credit, just because I think a lot of us are planning on majoring in something related to biology. And then also, we've always heard it was an interesting class. You hear it from the grades above you, take AP Bio, you do a lot of cool stuff, which I totally agree. We definitely did some cool stuff.
I think also, I know for me personally, freshman year biology was my worst science class. I did the worst in that, but when it came to senior year, I don't know, there's something about biology where learning about your body, the world around you, how things work, it's so interesting, and now I'll see something and I'm like, oh yeah, that happens because of something I learned in biology, and I don't know, I feel like for the other classes you can't apply it so much to the world as much as you can biology.
I took bio because I don't know, I'm not a really smart, stellar student. So I did it because it's one of the harder APs, and I thought that it would help prepare me a lot for college. And not only the learning outside of class and finding out how to do it on your own and not relying on a teacher, but the long lab reports and the long processes behind all her work really helped me for college next year. The labs could be over 10 pages long, and all the other science classes, it could be 2 pages. So I would go into college not knowing that that's a thing at all. So
I think of all my classes, this one definitely prepared me the best for college.
Agreed. I tend to agree.
How can you apply what you learned in AP Bio to real life?
I think just doing the class took discipline, and we learned a lot of lessons through it. Lucci sometimes would just tell us a life lesson or something too. She's very motivational like that, and I think just taking the class took a certain level of maturity that can be applied to our lives.
Definitely.
And the content stuff, we learned a lot about like working out and getting sick and stuff like that. So even if you're not directly applying it to real life, it was still really interesting to know like what your body's going through when you go for a run, or why you feel sick when you get sick.
All right, and how were you able to get into this AP Bio class?
I'm not sure.
How were you able to get in?
I think you need a 90 or above
Yeah.
in all regular classes, all science classes leading up into it, and like regular. And then if you're in honors, it's an 85 and above.
Yeah.
And you could appeal
Yeah.
to get in if you have like a close grade and you think you could handle it.
Yeah.
Could appeal.
And what was your favorite lab from the year?
I know my favorite was one where she was trying to teach us about like how some animals or species survive and other ones don't. And she had us blowing bubbles outside, and we had to like go under them and
Keep them alive.
keep them up by blowing them up.
Or like moving our arms.
Trying
or,
to like keep them up in the air. And it's funny because like it was passing time, because we had a lab, so like half of it was passing time. And people were coming outside and they were like, what the heck are these people doing? Like
We look like lunatics,
such,
Like rolling around on the ground, like picking them up.
But we got so into it as well. Like,
And it really showed us too, like about life cycles, like those who had parental guidance, which was us blowing them up or like keeping them up in the air, survive longer than those who didn't and just fell to the ground.
My favorite lab was when we like had to kind of breed plants, and we used dead bees to pollinate the plants. So we had bees and we glued them onto toothpicks, and it was kind of morbid. And then we rubbed them on the plants to transfer pollen from plant to plant, and it was like it was a bee on a stick.
We also did one with goldfish where we had to look at goldfish under a microscope, and we had to like pick up this goldfish that was still alive, like wrap it and stuff and put it under the microscope, and it was
And it kept
very
jumping out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Keep putting water on it so it doesn't die.
We're trying not to kill goldfish. But,
Jeff nearly killed his.
You pretty much.
I think our most serious one was we did with E. coli bacteria, which was kind of cool because we felt like legit scientists. We were in white lab coats, full-on goggles, gloves, and we had like what is it called, sterile packets and stuff. It was cool.
Couldn't mix anything.
Couldn't make it. It was crazy.
What makes your class stand out?
I think just how close we've all gotten. We became like really good friends through it, and
Breakfast.
We go out to breakfast a lot.
Yes, we go out to breakfast. That is why our class stands out. Every day in the morning,
Shout out to Fred's
we
Breakfast
go out
Club.
to Fred's in New Hope, and we all have breakfast there, and that's why we're the best AP.
Well, I never made it. I was sleeping.
Same.
Some stragglers didn't make the trip.
How does a typical day like in your class like run? Like how does it work?
There's some.
it's a lot of hands-on activities.
Yeah.
So it'll be working in small groups, filling out worksheets. It's almost all learning on our own. She'll very quickly go through PowerPoints, but it's expected that you're looking at a textbook, you're making a poster with a group, you're doing worksheets with a group. All the learning is very student-driven.
Yeah, you cannot count on what she presents in class, like through the PowerPoint.
You might get one lecture a week at the most.
Yeah. But that's what kind of nice. It was always really interesting because we would be doing a lab or a group work. Like you were never just bored and like zoning out because you were always engaged.
Yeah.
What do you guys plan on studying when you go to college?
For me, I'm going to be a pre-med major at Penn State.
I want to major in business and minor in bio.
I am doing international finances and marketing at University of Miami, Florida.
I'm doing biochemistry with a minor in statistics at Wheaton College.
I will be majoring in health and exercise science and also minoring in public health at the College of New Jersey.
I'm ruining this science streak. I'm going to the University of Tennessee for special education.
And if you didn't mention which college are you guys going to?
I said Penn State.
I'm going to University of Notre Dame.
University of Miami.
Wheaton College.
TC&J.
University of Tennessee.
Oh geez, I lost my question. What would you recommend this class?
Would I?
Yeah.
Definitely. I think Miss Lucci does a great job because she covers all the content for the AP test, but we also have a really good time and it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's worth it to take it.
And if you want to be treated like an adult too, take Lucci's class
Yeah.
because we're like on the same level as her. It's great. Like I feel like I could almost call her by her first name, but well, no, don't do that. But like that's like what level we're on, you know?
Yeah.
Miss Lucci doesn't she's no BS. Like she'll tell you how it is. She'll help you out if you ask for it. And this is, a college level class, so you need that experience.
And she's really helpful outside of class. Me and Devin couldn't make a review session before the finals, so she stayed after school and with us for 3 hours?
Yeah.
For a really long time and helped us get through it. So.
All right, I think we're all good.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.